Right, Brad, it's a 3-2 dramatic win away at Buxton. How do you see that one?
I see it as a massive credit to our group that we have proven that we can come to a place like this, who are touted out as being one of the favourites to win the league. You know, they've been backed heavily to do that, and you know they've recruited quite aggressively in the summer with the players that they wanted. So to come here, we knew it was always going to be tough. We knew what to expect, and after Saturday's disappointment, I just asked for character, you know, and I feel to a man that every player showed a lot of character today, showed that they can produce what it takes to win a football match, not just to play well, but to actually get 3 points and do the not so nice side of things and do it well, and be really disciplined in how they did it. So a really good all-round performance.
You touched on it there about coming off the back of that loss at the weekend is possibly the lowest point we've had thus far, and especially in your term now, and then bouncing back with a reaction, which is we know that this team is capable of over the past season or so. How important is that bounce back ability, and of course the first win of the season?
Yeah, I told them before the game that we're prone to one of them performances at home where we're flat and we don't get up for it, and the opposition come and they enjoy the playing surface and they make it, and we made it far too easy for them on Saturday. But I said over the course of our National League North history, we've bounced back. You know, we've gone away from home and we've shown that we're not a soft touch. We can compete. And this is such a new group of players. It's the first experience they've had of it. You know, what we've got to try and do is improve the consistency, because the first 2 games of the season we drew them through naively losing our lead. Obviously today became difficult when we went down to 10 men, but we showed that we are learning. You know, and it's not always learning the fancy side of the game. Sometimes it's learning the other side of the game, how to manage the final minutes of a game, and I feel we did that particularly well. And there were some standout performances that I've been challenging the players to produce. And you know, we'll regroup on Thursday and see the knocks and bruises that we've took today, and see what we're like for going into Saturday.
Going into this game, we made 3 changes. One of those players was who ended up outstanding today and in being involved in every single goal. And Jack Stubbs, he scored last week as well. Just how good has he been?
Well, with him not playing the first 2 games and doing ever so well at Chester, I just pulled him. I said, I'm not going to play you Saturday, but I want you to play against your former side on Monday. You will start. And you know, I feel it was a good decision. The qualities that he have, I really like. You know, I've had numerous conversations with him since he's been here about, he's asking me what he can do better, and I say, I don't see anything that you can do better, because you're such an honest, hard-working lad who plays on the front foot. I expect you to make the odd error because of how positive you are, but just keep putting that ball in that area for us, and then we keep getting people in there. There will be players who get on the end of it.
Moving into the enforced changes, and we've midway through the first half, we're forced to take one of your more experienced players off in Adam Barton. How's he doing, and will he be ready for Saturday?
Adam, it was a knock that he got on Saturday. Adam wants to play every game. You know, his attitude's outstanding. He just loves to play. And he usually enjoys playing here as well, with a couple of goals last season when we were here. But it just stiffened up as we started, and the physio had pre-warned us, so we knew that Charlie would go on if it did get any worse. Hopefully it's just a dead leg, and he'll be okay to train Thursday and play Saturday. But it's a blow with Jordan Richards already out, with Jimmy Spencer not yet available, to lose Adam as well is obviously losing a lot of the core of experience that we have, but other players stepped up, and that's what we've been asking them to do from the minute we've started pre-season.
You mentioned about Jimmy Spencer there, the man who's currently standing in his position in Brad Holmes. He came off the tour to start the second half after picking a knock at the end of the first half. Is this more precautionary?
Well, Brad started 2 games for us. The Leamington game, took a knock, took a couple of weeks to get over it. Obviously we put him on at half time on Saturday, did really well, so I wanted him to start today. My intention was to give him 60 minutes just to get his match speed up, and unfortunately took another knock, so we'll assess that on Thursday. You know, he's such a hard-working, good lad who's really worked hard over the close season to get his fitness up, and you know, I just hope that these little knocks that he's getting, it's going to be available, because we want him fit, and he's a real asset. He's just started 2 and scored 2, so you know, he deserves what's happened to him so far through his hard work that he's done throughout the summer.
Of course, you mentioned that he scored his second goal for the Nash this afternoon. Alongside that, there was 2 first goals for Charlie and Joe for official goals. That is, how good is it to see that, especially off the bench for both of them?
Yeah, everybody's disappointed when they not start, and we want lads to come off the bench, make an impact, and we've definitely got that today. You know, Charlie is a player who's come through the Blackburn Academy, and he's still finding his feet in terms of wanting to play every week, achieving to play every week. He's such a talented lad, and again, he's another one who today sort of took on board the challenges that I've been saying to him. Looked a different player without the ball. You know, didn't play as well with it as he normally does, but he was really good without the ball today, really disciplined. Really important that he got a few challenges in, he cooked balls out, and then to get a goal as well is just testament that, you know, if you are willing to put that work rate in, if you are willing to you know, get in the box, you will score. And really good header. And with Joe, it's another one who, you know, he predicted how many goals he wants to score this season. If he keeps getting in there and getting on the end of things, you know, he will score goals like that, because it was a really well-timed header. And you know, two players who have worked incredibly hard to get up to speed, and they're learning very quickly in the league. So you know, we will keep working hard with them and keep developing them to help the team.
Looking back at the more experienced players again, Marcus Posh has made his 200th appearance today. How big is he, not only in your side but around the club?
Yeah, Posh is a perfect example of a professional who's not at a professional club. You know, he rarely, I don't like saying it, but rarely misses a game. Constantly helps and supports other players, you know, in their development, as well as their attitude to training. You know, he's a real top lad to have around. You know, and it's we're really pleased every time he gets onto the pitch, and we know what we're going to get. We know we're getting a very top level National League North centre half with him.
Well, finally then, we look ahead to a big test on Saturday against Kidderminster. How are you looking into that one?
Yes, Saturday is another game that all players should look forward to. You know, another full-time team, another team with big ambitions to get to the next level. We'll do our work on them. We'll have a look at our squad on Thursday and see who's fit and available, and we'll go into that game knowing that we've learnt a lot today in what it takes to win a game. So we'll be ready.
Cheers and congrats, brothers.
No problem. Cheers, Reece.
Cheers.